Hey everyone, so I wanted to record this video. I often get questions about how do payroll corrections work in the production payroll process using Payroll Control Center. So just wanted to kind of showcase this. So as you can see, I have a live payroll here for period 6, 2024. Pretty standard process for start payroll. This releases the control record, run live payroll, do a posting sim, run my alerts and KPI policies, and then I'm currently in the monitoring process. So I can see that I still have a handful of alerts, which normally you want to get rid of and clear before production payroll, but sometimes that doesn't happen. And you might just have to make a correction as well. So kind of looking down, I can see my KPIs. One of them is I have some people that are locked in payroll, and so yes, I do have a KPI on this. But if I go into my alerts and I could take a look at this, I'll do it by policy. I'm going to look at my global ones. You can see I have a few people that are locked for processing. Clicking into this, I've already assigned these two people to myself. So let's say we just want to unlock these people and process them as one example. And so to first showcase this, I'm going to open up my other screen here. So for those of you familiar with it, this is the PA03 control record. You can see we're in a release for payroll status for period 6, 2024, just as I showed before. And so the other part of this functionality is that SuccessFactors specifically has functionality that allows you to update data for a very specific set of scenarios occurring during your production payroll. So I'm in this admin transaction for Payroll Control Center, and there's a section here for maintain user list for master data, right? And so what this says is put a list of users here. Even if the control record is released for payroll, they have the authorization to change master data. So you maintain this in the system. And so there's more to that logic. You not only have to be on that list, and that doesn't make it so you can update anyone. It has to be a specific person with an alert, and then that alert has to be assigned to you. So that's kind of the core logic of this. And so the way that this works is now I can go over to my alerts because the system has identified, hey, there's some people here. And then I'll look at this locked for payroll processing. And so one thing I can do is I can come here and let's go to view payroll status or info type 3. I'll select this and go to change. And I'm just going to unlock this person, press save. And I'll close this. Looking into this person, you can also see if I go into them and I scroll down, this is causing some other alerts that are triggered for the same employee. So active employees not been accounted to the current period and employees with gross pay over 20%. So in this case, most likely this payroll person has not had payroll run on them because they're locked. So they're not accounted in the current period. And that's actually causing a discrepancy between periods, which, I think we can kind of resolve all at once by unlocking and then rerunning. And so I've gone ahead and updated this person. I will do it for my other person here as well. Come here, change, uncheck this, save. And now it says the record has changed. I can close this, and now I can go back to my main PCC process here. And so what I would do now is once I'm done fixing anyone I need to fix, just for the demo purposes, I'm gonna just fix my two people here. I can go back to my live payroll step, and what I'm gonna do is repeat this step. So I'm gonna press the repeat button. And then you can see the status kind of resets and I can press start. And so this is where it says, hey, do you want to run everyone or it says erroneous. In this case, erroneous is not the list of people on match code W. It's actually the specific people we've updated. And so in this case, I can select this and it'll run a smaller subset of the population. And so then this will take a couple minutes to run. I may forward the video to kind of skip the processing time, but we'll see what this looks like. Well, it already went ahead and ran, and I'm able to see this. I think the system is already set up to go automatically to the next step. So it actually finished this step and confirmed it. And then if I'm not mistaken, I might need to run this, but if I'm not mistaken, I can go ahead and start the next step. So next step is a posting simulation. And so with PCC, I do still need to go through this step again. And so, yeah, I might just forward the video past these next parts and kind of show back over to monitoring. Okay, everyone, welcome back to the video. So I fast forwarded through so you don't have to wait and watch the create postings run and initiate policies. So one thing you'll notice actually is that I now have 7 alerts. So it went down based upon me fixing those employees. If I scroll down, you'll notice, okay, now we no longer have anyone locked for payroll. And then if I just want to do a quick check of those people, obviously I could go run a pay sim, but within PCC, if you have the information in your tiles, I could also look for my employees that were locked. So if I want to look at Leslie here, or I have this pulled up here, Leslie and Nancy, I can see Leslie does have a net payment amount in this period. And Nancy as well, and so I can see what the net pay looks like. So if nothing else, without even running a sim or doing anything, I do know that they are getting a net pay and they're no longer locked in my payroll. My alerts went down. So just to kind of go back, I realize now I didn't show some things earlier. So when I ran the payroll live, you might remember I chose the title for erroneous. If I want to see what this looks like here, I can actually click into this, and one thing you'll notice here, for my people familiar with the payroll driver screen, is the selected personnel number is 10. And if you take a look at my payroll area, that you'll know that I have much more than that. So it was just the people that I kind of fixed during that process. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. Well, actually, I'll show one more thing. So create posting as well. So for this to run, people ask sometimes about this, but displaying the posting document here, and you can see, okay, do things balance here. So in this case, my credits and debits are balancing here, so I can kind of see that within PCC as well. So went through that step, and now I'm kind of at the monitoring phase and looking at payroll. I know my gross amount, 748,000. I know my net amount, 544,000. I have period compares here. I've fixed some specifics. I know about my retros. I know about net as a percentage of gross. And then even if I scroll down, I can even know, okay, this is what my bank totals are. Here's my checks as well. And if I click into this, I'm able to see, okay, we are going to be paying 6 people via check in this amount. And then for bank transfers, 176. So I'm able to kind of reconcile payroll before I close it out. And then if I take a look at this here, I am now able to move to the last step, confirm my payroll. That will complete my monitoring step. And then PCC will go ahead and move into the next step, which is end payroll. And for those of you familiar with the control record, this will now complete my production payroll step and close out the periods here as well. So now my payroll process is completed, and this will move from my production payroll over from active to completed. And so now I'll be able to kind of see it here, my most current one, and you'll have the information on that now. All right, thank you very much for watching.